Okay, now we got a bunch of stuff. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I think everything here is cold start. Or hot start. F-14s, F-15s, F-16s, F-18s. Alright, so we do not want to do a cold start, so let's do that one right there. Boop. Here, this one is the base taking one. So where are we? We're here. So we got some stuff between us. Oh, it's this aircraft. Okay, cool. So what I can do is I can show you how the T-pod works with all that with ships and ground units and such. I'm gonna try to limit me using the F10 map here, so I can just kind of show you. This one's a nice easy flight. It's just straight across here. Can't get too high because we do got some SAMs in the area. You just want to be careful with. But I think we'll be all right. So move that right there. We'll go F1 again. Put everything back here. Put that there. Anti-skid off. Landing light on. Oh, we turn some other lights on here, huh? Boom, there we go. Formation lights and everything on. All of that. RWR on. The offset. Go ahead and stand by, put those up. We do need to let them know what we want. Just do this one. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Jeez. Wow. 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 So many wows. These are all GV12s. Okay, cool. Let's switch these out with some. Let's do this. C5. Let's put that pod on this side so we can have a fuel tank. I made it back just fine without a fuel tank before. From this distance, but it was close.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
I have a recording of me doing this
Copy.
mission, this little flyby mission over here. I don't know if you have chocks or not.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm not doing nothing.
Refueling complete.
Thank you.
Hey, what are you
I'm
doing?
not doing anything.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Oh, they yell flight controls at me no matter what. Flight controls. Flight controls.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm not doing nothing, man. I'm living life.
Hey, what are you doing?
He's gonna irritate me.
Rearming complete.
Yeah, so this is a base capture. So I think if we take out everything within a base, we get it. From my understanding, all these big circles are all SAM sites. It's not made to be easy, but you know, it'll be okay. The laser up to standby, get it warmed up. Nose was steering high on. We got a super carrier now, so we got people telling us what to do. I'm gonna absolutely blind these guys for no reason. He got his little cones. He's telling me to put my wings out, putting my wing out. I have never crash landed. I have not crash landed at all. Now he's telling us to come towards him, so I'll move forward. This is to stop, so I'll stop. He's gonna do a little hand signal here. See with his little wands, his little magic man wands. This guy there is gonna hook me up to the catapult. So he does this little weird salute looking thing here. What he's asking is for me to put down that bar. So the little bar there in the front of the plane. He's gonna walk over there. This guy's gonna squat down. He's gonna tell me. He's gonna tell him to roll full. This guy down here is gonna tell him to have me roll forward. You see him wiggling his little stick around. And then he's gonna tell me what he tells me. So I'm gonna go forward. I'm gonna slam it forward because why not? I've got to get that little thing over the lip there, which I did. He tells me to stop. This guy's going to finish hooking me up down here. Well, tells the catapult dude there to bring it forward. He brings it forward, hooks me in. He walks over. He hands over controls to him. And he waves me through. What he would do is he would salute. I would salute him. And punch it. Gear up, bar up, flaps up. So pretty. Come off, Werner. Same kind of deal. I'm gonna get up high and go cruising. I think it took me about 30-ish minutes to fly over there before. I know I need to fly heading 132. Oh. I'm flying inland towards the sands right now, which is not what I want. So let's just do this. Boom, boom. Ready around. Too far over. Paying attention. We're just gonna fly out this way. Got the targeting pod warming up. I think the at flare is probably better at nighttime, maybe? I'm not sure. We're gonna just keep riding her up. Just brake real quick. Ooh. So now, I forgot to do it earlier. Data link on. Doesn't matter because in here. That is on. What I keep doing data link is if I go to the SA page here you can kind of see this little cross is me. And on the data link, I can see who's friend and foe on here, as well as on the air-to-air radar. It will let me know who's friendly and who's not, as well as if it's been someone that's been picked up by one of our radars, like our AWACS or something. I'll actually see a little circle around them, kind of like how you see this circle. I'll see a small one next to them, and it'll let me know if it's a baddie. But if it's a friendly, it will let me know as well. And like if we're doing a night ops mission, I have 3 people flying with me. If we get separated, we'll be able to see each other as long as we're relatively close enough. By little circles with ID markers. I think it's pretty cool. I'm off that. Good to hear now. I'll be able to see if it finds any sea boats. I'll bank ride a tiny bit. You won't have Discord till you get a new phone? Oh, that is a ripperoni. level out a tiny bit here. Somewhere in this direction will get us close enough. Not quite at optimal altitude. And we'll have our fuel. In case you guys want to know, I didn't set bingo. Let's do that real quick. So again, 4,000 what we set it at. It's enough to make it home. Which one is this? Is it? It's not F-Pass, is it? It is. So here in the F-Pass menu, it might look kind of confusing with a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to autopilot here for a second. You'll see, it actually kind of tells us what our best Mach would be for the best range. Or the longest flight time. And tells me how many miles I would be doing till I hit 2,000 pounds. So it's right now, if I were to do Mach 0.76, I would reach 834 miles, which is a long flight. My optimal is that. So if I get up to 35,625 plus and ride at 0.84 Mach, then I can get that far to 2,000 pounds. And so it's kind of cool. There's a lot of information in these things that can really help you out. So I am going to climb. The engines are on are much more optimal when you're over like about 35,000 to 40,000 feet. I think closer to 35 is the best range, which is why it tells you that here. Did a job interview at a place yesterday. I was hiring for inexperienced people. Went for it, got home immediately, got a call back saying I didn't have enough experience for the job. Dude, you don't even understand. I've been applying for stuff as well and being told the same thing. That my qualifications don't meet what they're reaching for entry level, for people with no experience, new entry people. My qualities aren't what they're looking for. It's like, or I don't have the qualifications. It's like, what? You don't list qualifications. So what do you want from me? Well, the higher we go, and the more westward we go, or eastward we go. Sorry, I think we're going east. Kinda. We're going southeast. We're approaching the sun. The sun's coming up. And it's gonna get brighter. We go back to the carrier that we were just at. It's cool. You can see there, where I just was. Over here it's pretty bright. The sun's up. But where I'm at, it's pretty dark. So even though in the game this map is actually flat, it does model and simulate a curved world. So we go back over here to these ships, F9. You'll see it's still dark enough. They got all their night lighting on, and you can't even see the sun. But now from where I'm at, you can. It's crazy. It's really cool. Game's pretty neat, man. I'm burning. It does have a flat Earth. Flat Earth confirmed. DCS. I literally have a video, a recording of me doing this flight, and the entire flight there is in this POV. I need to fly at a better Mach. Mach. Let's say we just hold this altitude right here. As we level out, we'll get a faster Mach reading. And we'll see. I think once we get below 2,000 pounds, then it will let us know how much time till we're out of fuel. We're burning 12 pounds per mile. That sounds like a good deal to me. Yeah, no worries, Twisted. We'll see you later. Oh, oopsies. Oh, Chinese plane. Look at that. I don't know where I'm at. Is it a civilian plane? I don't think so. What is that engine attached to? Was at some airport there. But Alex, if you the sails up, Persian Gulf is a really good map. There's a lot of like city. I hear they have Dubai International. What is it, F7? There's a radar. You got the city of Dubai all around. You got that one really tall building. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, the Persian Gulf map's really cool. Syria map's pretty cool. I can't wait for the new ones to come through. Those will be fun. Yeah. I don't think there's actually enemy air in this mission. I think you can spawn as enemy air. Like if I go to select role, yeah, you can have actual people on the other team, which is kind of cool. Their role would be more defensive. Or if, blue starts taking over bases, red push back. But like what you would do is if I had like 4 or 5 people on blue side, and 2 people on red, the red would just fly cap. They'd do patrols wherever they're at. And once they get notified from their AWACS and enemies come on board, that's when you move to attack. We're moving at, we're almost supersonic. We're transonic right now. Oh, is it actually classified as the supersonic? I didn't realize I've been burning this whole time as well. That makes a lot more sense. Transonic there. That had me burning a lot of fuel. Alright, so while we're flying, we'll get these ready again. I think we're still code 1688. Code 1688. Enter. Step. 1688. Enter. Step. 1688. Enter. Step. 1688. Enter. And then we can just step again, get back to the first one or whatnot. Wingtip ones are always good to do first. Then you have the fuse. So you got mode. I say just leave it in auto. It does everything for you. And you got the fuse. You can either do an instant fuse or a delayed fuse. You do instant if you're doing any kind of ships. I've learned that. You want an instant fuse for ships, as well as any kind of like ground target, like personnel, or tents, things like that, light vehicles on the ground. And then delayed if you're working against armored or buildings. As a delayed fuse allows the bomb to impact and like crush into whatever you're hitting, and then blowing up from the inside. So very, very effective on tanks. So I know we're going for an island somewhere out there, I believe. I'm just gonna cheat a tiny bit here. Right now I'm looking, I think, here on that thing. Now I gotta go way over here. Which is 129. We'll level out here. Hey, it's a dud. I think we're looking at water here. Can't tell if it's ground or water. I never can with this thing. Let's see if your buddy lays in. There you go, black hot or white hot. There you go, so there's water. So now the water is dark. Those areas you see are clouds. Black hot. Obviously the earth is more warm than the water. So if you want to try to get nose on, you get that thing right there underneath FRZ. That freezes the image, but the 0 degrees and then how much you're to the left or right. And 1 degree to the right, 0 degrees to the left. The distance is here, 400 meters. 702 meters is the max range. You're not going to be able to see anything at that distance, so it don't matter. Look how bright it is now. The sun's up. Gotta kick everything over to daytime. There we go. Jeez, look at that. That's bright. My eyes. She bright. I turn the HME. Yeah, can't speak tonight. I even can't see the island from here. It's too foggy. Over the mountains down there. Oh, there's a go, no go there too. Left video sensors. Is this a video camera? What was this, Top Gun? Get out of here with that. No, we're just cruising. Oh, look at that. I hope that's actually taking screenshots. I'd be so annoyed if it's not. So we just went with the 500-pound bombs to make them light and easy to carry. So I love that. Make sure if I press it. I'm guessing it's not. I don't know what sys-RQ is. I don't know what that means. Left alt. Left alt back. That key is in use on the keyboard. Is delete used? End? Page down? number slash, number that, number minus, number plus, number that. What if I do right control? I don't know. What the heck is Brazil seat? Apps? There we go. Oh, I didn't want that as a modifier. Wait, why can't this is in general? I can't set a control for this? I'm so confused. I just added a modifier is all I did there. How do I add a thing? I don't know what that is. Why can't I add a button for screenshotting? That makes me wonder if I've never taken a screenshot. Alright, how many miles are we? Only 88 more miles. Print screen is... I see the stutters. You can see the stutters from it. Watch. I don't know if you saw it from there, but... I see stutters. They're obviously flying too high. Got a lot of fog kind of below us. It's hard to see. So, I wish there was some sort of brightness that wasn't that. Oh. We're still 88 miles away, so I don't want to go like too stupid fast. Burn all our fuel. I'm actually going to go for the ship first, so I'm going to go to instant fuse. I think one of my favorite things about air-to-ground bombing with this stuff is that if you watch the screen closely, you will see the bomb come flying through. Hopefully not much further. Or longer, I should say. It's... God, this game is so pretty. I hope it comes through pretty to you guys as well. I think it's pretty crazy that, like, there's reflections on these screens, you know? And, like, I'm on a screen looking at screens, and the resolution of these screens have to, I think, be different than our screen as to make it look better. To make it look like we're not looking at a 2D screen. I don't know. To me, everything looks so pretty. Everything has three-dimensional depth to it, which is cool. Oh, okay, let's not do that. Mach 0.88. Alright, we're only 57 miles now, so I'm actually going to start decreasing altitude here. I can go fast going down. I'll be going faster, but I'm not using more fuel. When you have the teapot active like we do now, you do not want to do harsh rolls or maneuvers, things like that. That will cause damage to the teapot. There we go. Now we're below that cloud layer. Let's start pulling up. We're looking straight off ahead of us, basically. There's the cloud, the skies in front of us. That's where the sky meets the water. So you actually see the island there. Boom. Look at that. There's the island that we're going to. Now we're looking for a ship. And I'm going to bet it's not that ship. But I don't know yet. I've got to try to figure out which ship it is that we're looking for. I've already attacked this mission before, so I kind of know what ship it is. But there's a bunch of cargo ships out here. It might be that one. As you can see, there's a bunch of cargo ships. But I have to try to figure out what's on it. I don't know if that's the right one or not. I could just take a gamble. Oops, my bad. So boom, see, now we got a lock on there. If I can determine if he's moving, that's what's important. I don't think that's him. Like I said, the guy I'm looking for could be behind this cloud here. I don't know. Or that could be him. I just can't freaking tell right now. It doesn't look like a ship. You know? I know it is, but it doesn't look like one. It doesn't look like the ship. Gotta make some sort of action soon. Oop, what's that? That is the ship we're looking for. I already know it is, because I know what's on it. But you can tell he's moving. Oh, come on, give me a lock on him. Come on. There we go. Alright, so we've got a lock on him. So this thing up here is telling me to turn 26 degrees to the left. Kind of where that line is, you see that little symbol flashing? That's him down there. That's our range to him. And then there, what I gotta do now is arm the laser. Although, probably a little far. But, you know, it's okay. Zoom in if we can. Doesn't move too far. So it tells me to release in 72 seconds, basically. So make sure everything's set. Air to ground on. Master arm is on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get this tall line here. I got autopilot on still, I think. We're gonna need to get this tall line right here in the center of these two little wings, it looks like right there, you know, these guys. And we're going to keep it there. Basically try to get that line to line up with our little stabilizer guy right there. As close as we can get it. Doesn't have to be perfect. But zoom out of there a little bit. 10 miles out till target. 30 seconds it wants us to drop. Move right a little bit more. Just try to get it in the center. Once it hits 5 on here, you'll see a little line appear, and it's going to start going down. And when it appears, I'm going to press and hold the bomb release button. And then once it hits that plane there, you're going to start seeing stuff flash. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, there it is, 2, 1. Pressing and holding the button. Boom, it flashes. And then you can see the plane shifted. I've dropped the bomb. I have dropped a bomb. And you can see it on that screen there as well as on the HUD. It tells me clear, auto, laser, and then the countdown again. I'm going to try to get into a little bit of an orbit. As stable as I can. I'm going to enable autopilot just to help keep the altitude. I'm going to rotate back. I really want to try not to mask my ship. So you see it says TTI 6. So hopefully in 3 seconds you're going to see it come flying through and impact the ship and blow it up. Oh, it was a miss. The bomb hit just next to it. And that's kind of the difficulty of bombing ships, especially if you're coming in straight on with them, like we kind of did. That makes it a lot more difficult. It's a lot more narrow of a target. The laser may not be picking it exactly in the center. Oop. Oh, the laser's now too far behind us. It is cool. It's really cool because you can, if you see it, if you look close enough, you'll see the laser or the bomb come flying through. I'm gonna try to turn a little bit more. I unlocked the ship, which is why you see that the thing is like a open diamond, like it is now. We're masking it, so we just need to kind of get it again. Boom. 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 That's a spot track, so that's how we can lock onto a moving target. We're about 9 miles out, so I'm going to turn around. You don't want to mask it for too long. Like right now you see it's looking through the plane. You can lose track if you keep it like that for too long. But I've noticed it does a pretty good job of keeping track. But you can lose track that way. Obviously the ship's a lot easier to find than something that's going to be down there. Unless you knew exactly where to look. Let's see, we're still 11 miles from target, which is okay. I think normally you'd take a lot longer of a run up. Not fly this aggressive. I'm within Maverick range, so you could use Mavericks for this too. Well, Mavericks are about 8 miles, so which is about basically what I get into. Alright, I didn't trim, so I'm going to trim it real quick. So again, it's telling me in 50 seconds to release. You can see as I level out, it's going to get faster. If I start climbing, that release will go faster as well. Is there a way to get these little missions to practice? I can send you the file for it if you want. And you can just have this mission. Otherwise, you can just go into the mission editor and spawn just some boats out in the open. And just spawn an aircraft from the air. And just practice. So 5. So I'm pressing the button now. You'll see that bar come down. It hits the wings. Boop, boop. And then I let go. TTI, 35 seconds. Oh, I didn't arm the laser, so let's do that real quick. I don't know. if it's gonna do it or not. I don't know if it's doing it. Hot trigger, I'll do it. I'll laze. I'm lasing. Feel like I did it too soon. You can manually laze it like I'm doing right now. You see it's flashing LTDR. Because I forgot to arm the laser. I'm hoping that the bomb picked it up. Only one way to find out. 3, 2, 1, 0. Boom! There it is. Yep, that's one ship dead. I can let go of the laser. And unarm the laser automatically. Oh yeah, this is the Persian Gulf map that I'm on. You see the ship's dead. Well, you can do a little roll. And look back there and we'll be able to see it. It'll be dead. One of these days you'll see it. There he is. You can kind of see the smoke from here. So now, what I'd want to do is, I know there's enemy things on this island. Where exactly, I don't know. So maybe we can try to find something. Put that back down. We're going crazy right now. Ooh, I know. Aircraft, I know. So just give a little throttle. Kind of let the plane settle out. Let's just do... some speed so we can let the plane figure its life out. Okay, so I'm gonna undesignate that and I'm gonna move away. I want it to hold my altitude, please. And then I'm gonna go back to a wide view. I'm gonna zoom way out because I'm zoomed way in. And basically now I need to just find stuff. Is that a thing? Some bushes. That's the top of the island there. What we can do is hit this again, go back to white hot. Versus black hot. This might be black hot. Is there anything in here? Ooh, what's this? Is this something worth inspecting? Honestly, I don't know if that's civilian or not. So here's a runway. Let's see. That's the runway. So I don't know if there's anything at the airport that's really blowing up. Okay, so here's that right there. Boom, look at that. Narrow. There's a tank. Oop. Oh, we're out of parameters. I just found something and we went out of parameters. So we'll just need to fly around. So we come back in. Should hold that area in which I was in. I was just about to get a lock too. This is what's frustrating. You can kind of see the angle in which the camera's reading that in comparison to us there. A little gauge. Boom, there we go. Let's straighten this out. Straighten this out again. Straighten that out again. There's some clouds blocking us, that's what that is. Mixing with my wing as well. We're zoomed all the way in, so you know we can't really. Turn some more. Need some cloud-free coverage here. Right, there we go. Make sure to get on it. Boom. Boom. So we'll do that. And then we're going to turn in. So now since we're going against a tank, what I'll do is I'll change the fuse to delay. And this is what I really like doing. I love bombing tanks or buildings or something. That sounds... I'll take that out of context. About 14 miles out. You'll see there the auto release is kind of going up because you know we're not really flying in a good pattern here, but so we still got the tank locked up. We're gonna arm the laser. I'm gonna let it do the auto laze so I don't have to. But you definitely can. Like if you were doing the buddy laze, you wouldn't auto laze because you wouldn't be able to. Trimming it out, just go autopilot on just to keep it straight and level. Theoretically, you could lob it by just kind of pulling up, but you know, you don't want to go too fast. You don't want to go too slow. I found anywhere between 250 to 300 knots is a good speed. As long as you leave that in auto, the mode in auto, it'll automatically calculate everything you need to do, and just tells you when to press the button. There. Here's the tank, still alive. Oh, there's the lines. I'm press and hold the button. Boop. I believe that dropped. I didn't drop. That was a failed drop. I'm gonna go around. I'll extend out. I'm not sure why it didn't drop. I'm gonna unarm the laser. Just to not burn it out. About 6,000 pounds of fuel. Last time I did this, I took 1,000 pound bombs. 4 of them. So, you know, I had a lot more weight. And I didn't have a fuel tank. I had the targeting pod in the center pylon. The thing gives you a little bit better visibility. But, you know. I don't have a map like this done for the standard one, but I'm sure I can find one for you. I have some that are for the map, the Caucasus map, but I don't know what's on them. You can do this kind of bombing with somebody else lasing. Like I said, you kind of just dumb drop them. Similar in the F5. At the F5, you can do laser guided bombs, but you don't have a laser for the F5. So you require someone else lasing, like a plane like this, or A-10 or a Harrier or a JTAC, which is a guy on the ground with a little laser, or a like a Reaper drone lasering in targets for you, and you just kind of dumb drop them. I think with the F-18, I haven't done a buddy laser yet, but I think that I think, like, cause I know in the Harrier, if you use laser guided Mavericks, you press a button and you'll see a little box actually swing back and forth on the HUD, and once it detects a laser, it will ping onto that, and you can use it that way. I'm assuming that's similar on here. But yeah, I don't know exactly. The bombs that are on here, the ones that I have right now, which are these little guys, these are the GBU-12s. They're just 500 pound bombs. You can use GBU 16s and 10s. They're just different weight. Like again, these are 500-pound bombs. GBU 10 I think is a 2,000 pound. A GBU 16 is a 1,000 pound, or I might have those two flipped. It's weird. The GBU 12 is the lowest, but GBU 10 weighs more. I don't know. I think the GBU 10 is 1,000 pound, and then the GBU 16 is a 2,000 pound bomb. It's either way, one of those two. The GBU 12 is the lowest. Maybe it didn't drop because I had autopilot on. That could be a thing. I thought I had it on before, but you know. There are other GBUs. We got to make sure for these ones specifically, it's the GBU 12, 16, or 10. I think the other ones are just kits that are on old dumb bombs that make them smart bombs. But I don't know, like JDAMs, and I think JDAM is the package that goes on old dumb bombs and makes them smart bombs. I'm not sure. Okay, so here we go. Let's level out, level out, level out, level out, level out. I'm just gonna head on the laser now. Make sure I have everything turned off. Yeah, it's bright. She bright. Which is kind of why you can use this to fly a bit. But you also need to look at the HUD to see the line and whatnot. I've got the bomb button pressed. One away. Alright, so this is a delayed fuse. The auto laser is on, so it's going to automatically laser for me. That's why it's saying in 20 seconds it'll do the laser. Here I'm flying through this. Not really what I want. I don't want to pass it too much. You can go look at the bomb. You see it's honing down on that laser. Where it's pointing to. See target to impact, or time to impact. You'll see it come in. Ready, ready, ready. There's 4. It'll come after 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. Boom. There it is. 89% damage. That's crazy. It actually came in almost parallel because I was moving quick when I dropped that bomb. I'm surprised it had enough energy to, or not too much energy, and it was able to cut back like that. So that tank isn't dead yet. He's almost dead, but he ain't dead yet. So to finish this mission off, I am gonna make sure he dies. We've got one bomb left. We're gonna kind of bank out, come back in pretty sharply. I'm gonna change this to white hot. Let's see what that looks like. Oh my gosh, we're really sharp turning. And you see, we're bombing from pretty high up. We're at 27,000 feet. If it's clear, kind of like this is, it makes it a lot easier to find stuff and all that. You can be higher and safer away from anything on the ground. But, you know, it's a lot of fun. This is once I figured out how to use the targeting pod. This is what I like to do now in DCS. Is I like to do the air to ground stuff. To me, it's more fun. I have a better chance of survival. So that tank was pretty damaged. I doubt he moved, but if he did, he rotated. It looks like he didn't really move, but that's okay. Only 8 miles to target, so I'm gonna turn kind of sharp here. We're gonna release really quickly. Ooh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Pressing it. Arm the laser. 3, 2, 1, and 0. Bomb away. Let's trim back out a little bit. We'll just stay in a left-hand orbit. Again, hopefully you'll be able to see the bomb come through again. To me, that's like one of the coolest things. Throw it on autopilot. Basically, we're going to head back that direction anyways, so. Let's see if you can see it. 3, 2, 1. It's lasering, 8 seconds to impact. 3, 2, 1. Pay close attention. Boom. Boom. Dead. He did. He ain't gonna be in DCS 2. So, okay. Let's get on out of here. We're gonna head flying back towards the carrier. You see him just smoking. He did. Oh, rush out. Hey, Alex, I love that you know that reference. I say that reference all the time and nobody ever gets it. Oh my god, that makes me so happy. He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3. Oh my god, that made me so happy. I'm gonna cheat a little bit here and try to get back to the carrier. But, as you knew, it was a long flight getting here. It's gonna be a long flight back. 234 miles, 310. So now we're going to be much more slick than we were when we first came out here. Alright, so I'm going to let autopilot do its thing. And I will be right back. Okay. Alex, you still here? I keep doing this. What are you guys doing? Get to work. Oh, there's where the engines are mounted. Is this a refueling plane? I can't tell what this is. What is? I think. No, it's a rear gunner. What is this? Just a cargo plane? That's an AWACS. Who's on the brink of stalling. Jesus. 160. Why is he so slow? I got another Discord that I'm gonna send you an invite to, Alex. It's another group of guys who are in OCRP who like DCS, who play DCS and stuff. So I'm gonna link you to them as well. That's crazy. When we left our carrier, it was nighttime. Oh, you're an AWACS. So we took off from 75. Yeah, see.
Bingo. Bingo.
CV 75. Oh. Why is he not appearing on? There he is.
Marshall, Diner 74, Marky Moms 1344160, Angels 29, State 4.0. Diner 74, see you at 10.
Oops, I didn't mean to press that.
974, request navigation assistance.
But he got bingo. 314. Attack message 5, ILS 5, which I think I've already done. That was fine. I don't know how ILS works, to be honest with you. I don't know why the TACAN system isn't working. Not too far. What? Oh, bit tested something. I bit tested something by accident. Oh, iOS. There it is. This is getting close to him. Normally you just press TACAN and it will show the TACAN, but I don't know. Oh, you got automatic carrier landing. Oh. Will it actually do that? Is it gonna actually? I don't know how this works. There's the map there. Bingo. Alright, so we're navigating to waypoint 0, which will be about 3 hours. Transonic. Ugh, my head hurts. Nothing's actually pinging me. Think we can land first try? We're obviously not going all the way back to waypoint 0. That was from over an hour ago. Waypoint 0 is like back here, I think. Here it says waypoint 1 is 100, or waypoint 0 is 126 miles, but we are only 100 miles away from the carrier. So it'll maybe take 10 minutes to get back. I'm tired. To be honest, chat, I'm tired. This is the bread and butter with DCS, you know, just being able to fly for an hour and a half and have 13 minutes of combat if you survive it. We're just chilling at Transonic, because why not? On the brink. It is very helpful to watch somebody do it. I tried to explain it as best as I can. I'm obviously not the best person to teach you these things, but I try to tell you what's important. One of these days, excuse me. One of these days, we'll all get together and learn. I'm sure I've asked this before, but what kind of stick do you use, like flight controls and all that? I think this go no go is for this camera here, because there's that camera that catches all the HUD information. I think that's what the go no go is. Go record, no go record. Then there's the bit test. The T16000. Okay. I think that's what Chuck uses. I think the big issue, like, with that kind of stick and such, is like the lack of buttons. I've heard there's a lot of buttons, but I should say not as many switches. Like on the Warthog stick that I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have, just on the stick, I have 4 up, down, left, right paddle switches, or whatever you want to call them. One's obviously trim, and then the other one is for different systems. Oh my gosh. Different systems within different planes. Like on the Warthog stick, there's a little thumb one that looks kind of like a weird eye. That's big and gray. And that's what I have to toggle between my different air-to-air stuff, as well as my unlock button. And then I have another one that toggles between, you can see on this screen here, there's that little diamond. I can toggle between different screens. When I'm in air-to-air mode, there's different like ACM modes I'm toggling through. Like there, you can see I moved it over here now. That's your soy sensor. So when you ever hear videos talking about your soy sensor or your screen in soy, that's your sensor of interest. That's the screen that you're controlling with your HOTAS. So like there, I can now move this around. Then if I was over here with the, if I had the targeting pod on, now is when I could be controlling it, because I have that diamond over there. You know what I mean? I'm not sure why the plane's shaking so much. I think it was just track IR. It's just track IR. If I freeze it, it just does that. I'm 36 miles out. I've got plenty of fuel. I'm at 2,000 pounds. I can definitely drop down now. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this guy off, because we don't need him on. Turn that off. This here, we're going to make this be our HUD. My HSI. 3, 2, 1, go. Being up here at 40,000 feet, there's like no air. Maneuverability is doo-doo. Old 6.9G there. Nice. So where's that carrier at?
Niner 74. See you at 10.
Yeah, it's 24. She's happy with it.
Niner 74. Stay 1.8.
Niner 74, see you at 8.
Request navigation assistance.
A little hazy out. Oop, where am I going? There he is. There's one of them. There is 2 carriers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the Tara was over there, I think. Oh, it's a tanker or what that is. It's not a Tara. We're just about a wee bit. About 1,500 pounds, so we're actually kind of cutting a little closer than I would like to. We gotta nail it. It's a long little mission, you know? You make it there and back, you don't have much loiter time. I had a couple extra passes, you know, that I kind of used a little bit more fuel than I needed to. You know? There's the carrier.
974. Request navigation assistance.
974. Wrong.
Niner 74. Overhead Angels 2. Stay 1.5. Tower, Roger. BRC 144. St. Louis, Charlie. Niner 74.
Niner 74. I'm about 700 feet higher than I should be. I'm gonna drop below 200, or not below 200, but below 250. we will. Hook is down. Trigger down. Flat half. Back full. Load it up because of the frickin' flaps every time.
Clear.
I believe optimal landing speed is about 140 to 145 on a carrier. I'm gonna try to get that little flight guy in the E bracket.
Bingo. Bingo. Fuel low. Fuel low.
There we go. Come on. That was probably one of the best landings I've ever had, dude. That's no joke. There it goes. Now they're going up. Okay, nose was steering high. I would love it if you would clip that for me, Alex. That's probably one of the best landings I've ever had. That was beautiful. I don't know what wire that was. I didn't see what the LSO rated me at.
Chief, place the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
There we go.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. Perfecto. Perfecto. Cool. Well, that was fun.